Yes.
All right, just a few more.
I got really, just a question, I got really, like, ridiculed in the UK. I didn't ridicule, but it was really, really funny, because I didn't realise that Flow Rider was originally from Florida.
South Florida, baby.
I didn't even realise, and I didn't even realise that Will.i.am is called William. Where have I been the last 2 or 3 years? See? I think a lot of you didn't know that, but now you know it. You're like, yeah, I knew all the time.
Still learning.
Yeah.
This is such an educational show today.
Educational.
It really is. Should be on public
Class.
broadcasting.
Learning more than school.
Okay, let's see. We've got a kid right here in the back that is really tall or on somebody's shoulders. Yes.
How old were you when you started singing?
Oh, good question. Well, it's kind of a weird story, because obviously when I was a kid I sung a lot, and like not in front of people, but I used to sing in the mirror, hum a lot. And I remember getting my little, when you leave school, I don't know if you guys do it here, but I remember people used to write loads of notes in my book, and like a yearbook at the end. You sign it for me. Write some nice things about me. So I remember writing, these people wrote some things, and literally when I read the book back, I read it like about a year ago or 6 months ago, because I found it. And everything in it was like, we really hope you have a singing career, because you're always singing in the classroom. I used to sing in the classroom, down the corridors, the teachers used to have a go at me. So I kind of always kind of sung. But properly was when I was about 23, I was doing karaoke in a bar. And I just started singing with my mates, because that was the only way I was going to see them. And so I used to just sing and do like impressions and stuff, and then that was it really. I just went from there to...
What was like the crowd response? Because I've been in a lot of karaoke bars, and it's
You're amazing. You should do the X Factor.
You don't sound like most karaoke singers. Like I go in, it's just awful, and you don't pay attention. But I could see like people like coming in, kind of like in a movie. Like people are just coming in off the streets, and next thing you know, everybody's joining in and singing with you.
Yeah, remember, I think obviously, you know, for all the adults in the room, obviously the first couple of hours of the night they're at the bar, and most of them have just their backs turned to you like this, drinking. Right. And then by the time it gets to sort of the second half of the set, we used to do loads of like, hi-ho, silver lining, and Sweet Caroline.
You're doing all the bar favorites, huh?
And then, yeah, exactly, and then all of a sudden the fact that they'll be like, oh, I know this one, Sweet Caroline. But no, it was obviously a completely different crowd. But you know, it was me and my mate John. This is not John, this is Rupert. But my mate John used to do it, and on the guitar, and we used to just like literally 2 of us, just acoustic, and it was really all because they did karaoke. They loved it, and then they said, oh. The guy was like, well, do you want to come and do a gig here? I was like, really? And then that was kind of it then. I was kind of sold, and I did a couple of gigs, and when people start cheering and start going, you know, I was really good, and people say, going, you're really good, you know, you're really talented. I was like, really? And then I decided to go for the X Factor that year. And I remember my first audition, I did, do you know what I did my first, so I sang for my first, no. Yes. So I walked in, I was like, all right, what's happening? Olly Murs, 24, what's happening? What do you want to... They said, what was song you going to sing? And I sang Jungle Book. I went, ooh, 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 I want to be like you, ooh, ooh. Next.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, completely shot me down. And then I came back and did a Paolo Nutini song, which is one of my favourite artists. And then I didn't get through. And then I joined this Motown band for like 5 months. They heard about me and wanted me to come in and help this girl out because she was kind of a bit fragile. She didn't really want to. She wasn't very confident, so she did a little bit of an idiot next to her going. So I stood next to her and did all these stupid dance moves, got her sort of into it, and then they did Superstition. They did all these great classics, and I started doing Superstition, and then I thought, oh, I might go to the X Factor again. And then
this is round 3 now.
But yeah, but then when I actually I know I'm going on like really long here. But I did this. But I went to my first audition and I walked in front of this guy and I didn't plan to do Superstition. I planned to do a different song. I planned to do another Paolo Nutini song, and I went to sing it and he was like, for God's sake, I've heard that song about 50 times today. Any chance you can sing something else? And I was like, and you know when you go on the spot and you've got literally like. You feel like it's about 10 minutes you've been standing there waiting, but it's like 30 seconds. I'm like, all I could think of was, you know that Baha Men song? Who let the dogs out? I can't sing that one. All these random songs came into my mind. And then I just went, oh my God, I can do Superstition, Stevie Wonder. And he was like, oh, brilliant. Go on then. And then I got through, and then that was it.
Wow, there you go.
I'm lucky. When I finished the when I got to the final and I finished runner-up, I said, as much as Simon was amazing, by the way, I really wanted to find that guy that I first initially auditioned in front of, because you don't obviously initially do it in front of judges first. You guys know that, right? Yeah. So I was doing it in front of some random guy, and I really wanted to find out who it was, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been doing this now. So I'm very lucky. Really.
Wow.
But it was a great time. I loved the X Factor. It was an amazing time for me, and yeah, it's like I say, it's been a great 3 years. It's been amazing.
And it's a good thing too. I mean, for the kid who asked the question. I mean, 3 times, right?
Hello, buddy. No, but I think when you truly believe in something, like, I don't know why it come over me, but I think in anything you guys do in the future, if you really believe in yourself, you know, I wanted to do music. So whether it would have been just me performing in bars or clubs, or whether it would have just been me talking to kids about it or learning about it, I would have been involved in music. So that would have made me happy. So if you're inspired to do something, you might not get to exactly what you want to get to, but it's better to do something that you love doing,
right,
than just doing something that you hate.
Absolutely.
So I'd rather do something, not get paid much for it, but enjoy getting up every day to do it, than do something I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered to do this every day. But I remember, you know, I wrote down music, that was what I wanted to do, and I just decided to say, do you know what, I'm sick and tired of working in offices, I'm going to get into music regardless of what it is. And then I ended up being a pop star. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
And now you got crowds that just like yell things at you and throw green tampons at you.
Yeah.
Dream come true.
It's a dream come true.
Anyway, I always wanted green tampons thrown at me. One last question.
Last question. Oh.
Okay.
Come to the side.
Heaven forbid. Oh, I don't want to look like a sadist. All right. What is your final question?
I'm Margaret, by the way.
Hi,
Nice
Margaret.
to meet you.
Lovely name.
Thank
It's
you.
very British.
It's very queenie, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Do you still collect bobbleheads?
Yes,
In your collection?
I do, yeah. Do you know head knockers, right?
Bobbleheads.
Bobbleheads, yeah. But I have this conversation in the UK and I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I've got about 62 now.
Do you want 63? Because I have one.
What have you got me? Because if it's Barack Obama, I've got it 4 times.
It's not. It's from my school. I go to Florida Atlantic University, and it's of our mascot, and it's Owsley.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, how about that?
Thank you very much.
Look, and then my Twitter thing is on here too.
Thanks very much. You guys have been amazing today. Thank you so
Guys,
much.
thank you so much for joining us. Olly Murs. Check them out on Wild 95.5. Follow them on Twitter and check out this interview on wild955.com.
Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
Thank you guys for listening to the Kevin, Virginia, and Jason Show, too.